Saturday, the Ekurhuruleni-based Sibikwa Arts Centre will invite some of the country's best storytellers to perform at their community arts centre during their now popular Sibikwa Storytelling. Now, joining us to tell us more about the upcoming event is participating storyteller Mosoeu Ketlele, as well as co-director of Sibikwa Bra Smal Ndaba. Gentlemen, good morning. Welcome to Morning Live.
Morning.
Bra Smal, let me start with you. What inspired the Sibikwa Storytelling Festival?
Well, actually, storytelling, like it is, it shapes most of the children's future, you know. So we felt that it's very important that we should have it, in the sense that it used to be our granny's popular, you know, kind of thing that imparts information. So we noticed that really we've got to do it, and then of course in the 90s we used to use it actually, dramatizing stories in order that children should have the culture of learning. And you'd find that we go to crashes with the little ones, and then from there we dramatize the story, and the children would say, wow, can you just do it? And then we'd show them the books and say, here are books, go and read. Then they'll take the books to their parents, and so the children would be able, you know, to have an interest in reading. That role, again, in many ways too, you know, people learn a lot. I mean, during our days, we used to have Sunday schools where we had stories like, you know, Good Samaritan, you know, all those stories shaped us. So I feel it's very, very important, especially nowadays when we had problems like Nyaupe and things, you know.
And cell phones. Let's speak to Mosoeu. I mean, how were you introduced to the art of storytelling, and when did you become comfortable in this art of storytelling?
Well, fortunately, I had a father who grew up in the, you know, rural areas in Kwakwa.
Yeah.
And, you know, I think the tradition of storytelling was really huge. And so he introduced us to storytelling with my other brothers, my siblings. And he used to tell us a lot of stories. So I think from that, you know, that love of telling stories grew from me. And one day at school they said, you know, somebody should tell a story. I was at Mauritius Accent School, and that's when I started telling a story. And, you know, one day, second day, the teachers came. It was about 3 teachers, 4 teachers. And then I was like amazed, and they said, please tell the story again. And I told another story. So the art of telling stories has been with me for...
Bra Smal, I mean, let's talk about the growth of this festival. How's it grown since inception?
In the past, we have had several big storytelling festivals, getting renowned storytellers like Gcina and all that. So this year we're quite, in fact, lucky to get funding from DEC. We had an earlier storytelling this year, and then this is the second one, money from lottery. Yeah. So it has been going on for quite a long time. We've been having storytelling.
Describe your style or format of storytelling.
Well, I like telling a lot of traditional stories, as I think, you know, from tradition we've got a lot of information. You remember that storytelling was our school here in South Africa, or generally in the world, you know, because during the day, a lot of children were taught how to do things, so they were practical. And during the night, they were told stories, education, you know. So I think I like to tell a lot of, you know, these traditional stories because they're not told anymore, you know. So I think I'd love to still keep on, you know, preserving that heritage, you know, of telling traditional stories and all that. That's what I choose to do.
Yeah. Very quickly, who's on the lineup for this year's festival?
Well, we've got Pedro, the music man. We've got Mosoeu. We've got... Kenny from Free State. We've got quite a number. All
right. And where's it taking place?
It's at Sibikwa, but then the highlight would be at in Davidton for the senior citizens, where we have arranged some music of the 50s, you know, music that's related to their era. We are going to cook food which they used to enjoy when they were young, and they must tell stories of the 50s and so forth.
All right.
And that will be the highlight.
Gentlemen, thank you so much for talking to us, speaking to us about the Sibikwa Storytelling Festival, which takes place from Wednesday and ends on Saturday, is from the Arts Centre. Bra Smal Ndaba, and participating storyteller Mosoeu Ketlele. Other storytellers include Gcina Mhlophe, Selale Solota, and Pedro the music man. We grew up on Pedro. I think it was on Kidio or something. All right, let's take an ad break. Stay with us.